eating?
A little bit.
That's right. You've seen parts of our channel, right?
Yeah.
We're just silly, random, stupid stuff.
Who you calling stupid?
Nobody.
Because I'm definitely stupid. Why would you exclude me from that?
I don't know. Have we started the interview yet? Or
what?
what interview? Or are we just hanging out, just talking to a camera?
There's a camera?
No.
Is that what that is?
Okay. Hi everybody. I don't even know my channel name right now. It's you've confused me.
You have it on your shirt.
Could you read it for me?
It is 40K amateur hour.
40K amateur hour, and we have Dan at Valhalla, and it's awesome. And I had a rematch, and unfortunately, it's not going to be on our channel. Well, I can share it when it goes out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's going to be on his channel, and epic ORKY goodness. Again.
It was.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say who won or who lost.
It was interesting. It was. I think the terrain was annoying.
Wait, before you talk, I forgot something. I brought you something.
You brought me something.
I did bring you something. Because I am a true fan. From forever ago, since your humble beginnings, I have been a fan and watched.
This means so much. You have no idea how much I love eggnog.
I brought you 2. So you can drink and feel free to drink it right now. For all of your old fans that used to watch this.
So dear to me. How full am I right now? Yeah, I can drink it. Alright.
So anyway, so ORKY goodness as you're drinking, because that's what you did. Remember your first couple live shows? You were drinking.
Yes, and then eggnog goes out of season, and then you gotta drink chocolate milk.
And I also remember that you wanted 6 Deca Jets, because you talked about it, and we did it last year. I'm telling you, we're a fan. A big fan in our house of Codex Dan. And my daughter loves it. Oh yeah, there you go.
So good. You want some?
No, thank you.
Okay.
There's beard hair on it.
Is that?
No.
I never know. It gets everywhere.
That's it. I brought another one for you too. So.
Like I shed in the shower every morning. I'm just like trying to pull out all the extra beard hair, and it's just like everywhere.
So you molt?
Yeah, I guess. But there's still so much more. It just seems to grow.
It looks fantastic. I mean, compared from last year to this year.
Oh yeah, last year I had like recently shaved and it just started to grow out.
What is your growth ratio to time?
I don't know. Like I maybe shave every month. And it grows back in a few weeks, and I keep it.
That's amazing. See, this is what, 4 days, 5 days we've been here?
Okay. Honestly, it doesn't grow that much slower than that. Like, it's about the same speed.
It's our only Pokemon power.
But then, most people slow down. When they get to a bigger beard, it slows down.
Really?
And mine just kind of keeps growing pretty fast. And I just stick with it.
My daughter says it's like, I go, Pika, chew. That's it. That's the only superpower I have. And see, so you're my superhero, super friend. What were we talking about? Orcs. Why not? Just keep going. Okay. Everyone enjoy old school Dan drinking his eggnog. I wonder how many people are actually going to get that.
What? Oh yeah. Plenty of people.
Plenty of people. So orcs. So anyway, I got a rematch. No 6 Deca Jets.
My first 7th edition game with the new codex.
Yep. And I was helping you along, and you did fantastic. I'm not saying that. You really did fantastic, and you like orcs. Well, let's talk about that. You like orcs better. So it's your first 7th edition.
Yeah,
game.
it's more towards the feel, I guess, of 5th edition. But it's still. I'm still not overly happy with it.
Somebody died.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
So it's just with everything that changed, it's so much more important to have scoring troops everywhere all the time.
Yeah, bound is big.
Yeah. So before all the time, I was just like, meh.
Who cares?
Just like you have your couple squads of boys, and then you just charge their part of the battlefield, and you take over their objective and deny that, whatever. But now, how like there's objectives everywhere.
Yeah, and the random what they do when you get them, that Maelstrom mission, because that was your first, not only 7th edition, but your first Maelstrom mission. We did that on purpose. So.
You play without Maelstrom?
You can play the old stuff. You still play Relic and all that. Yeah.
No, Maelstrom's a lot more fun.
And nobody really does yet. In fact, I played one today just for Gee Whiz against Rich and it works, and that was good. But I don't. Yeah, it makes it so much better. We talked about this. Power gamers don't like it. Usually, at least the ones I've come across, they don't like it because you can do it, and it makes everything so much better. And even the guys with the unbound, if you're bound, you're gonna trump them. So you can bring the 6 Riptides, but unless you table me, I'm still gonna win because I can control the objectives. And so as much as there's no balance to 40K, we won't go there. But it brings it back into fun. It does. It brings it back into really fun.
It's good times. So it's just like I've rarely used Gretchen before, and
Gretchen.
Man, it just because with everything that there is now, there's a side thing where people have somewhere in Europe. They have this big tournament. They put it where you can only bring one detachment. You can bring one formation, and you can bring an allied detachment as your same faction. So in the rule books, it says you can't do that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But that's how they keep it balanced.
That's it. That's
because otherwise, you could take this formation, that formation, formation, and then this, you know, and then your force org, or you could take this force org, mid force org, mid force org, mid force org, and then just like have like 10 elite choices. And then it could be a super skew list and just do crazy amounts of damage, but it's completely bound and completely normal.
Yeah,
and so there was these. Oh, I can't remember what it is. I'll have to look it up. but just search on the internet, and yeah, so they restricted down to either the combined arms detachment or your detachment from your codex.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then an allied detachment, which you can bring as your own. So you can expand a few more stuff. You're not limited to just the 3. You can get like an extra one from allied one. And then up to 1 formation. And so with that, it just kind of, it keeps it bound, but it keeps it reasonable bound. Because before it was like, ooh, 6th edition, it was like, ooh, at 2,000 points, you can bring double force org.
Yeah.
And then you just fit it in, and it was amazing. So, but in 7th edition, it's double force org, triple force org, quadruple force org at whatever point level you want.
Exactly.
So it just, so some lists are a little out there, a little too over the top for power gamers. And so there's that issue, but I've never really power gamed too much.
No.
But trucks are fast again, and they can deploy, and you can, I mean, boarding planks on trucks is a little expensive. But they're getting the +2 inches. Basically, the main thing is that you can walk, you can run, and you can charge. You get like a 3d6 re-rolling one of those.
Oh yeah,
charge range.
We'll give you a little hint. He was in my face pretty fast again, which is what what Orcs wants. And I've played 3 Orc players. Well, it's a ton of Orc players here.
Oh, so many this year.
And every time it's boom, they are right in my face. And I've played long table edge and short table edge. I haven't played diagonal yet, but it's all relative inches anyway. And yeah, they've been in my face. You want more?
No, good. I'm good.
But Gretchen, you used to not really like Gretchen, and this particular game.
Well, see, the problem is that, yeah, you just gotta pick and pull from everything. It's like, what do you want? So you can bring the combined arms detachment, and then your troop choices have objectives secured.
Yep.
And so, because everything can control objectives now, when you have the objectives secured guys, like, you don't even need to be, you know, you can be in combat or whatever stuck, but if you're just within those 3 inches, you got it.
Yep.
Where everyone else is like, whatever. So it's all of a sudden they're like primo stuff. So all of a sudden you bring your regular orc army, but you just subtract 100 points from it. So you have your regular orc army, take out 100 points. Throw in 3 squads of Gretchen. It's like 105, 110 points, something like that. Okay. Those 3 squads of Gretchen, and you bring them in a combined arms detachment. And so you bring like another HQ that you love, like, I don't know, like a Pain Boy or another big mech with a shock attack. Something awesome. You just get because HQ choices, you need all the HQ choices in the Guard Codex, it seems. So you're never short on wanting more HQ. So you just bring that HQ, throw it back in, and you can make them join other lists. And all of a sudden you have 3 squads of Gretchen units with the objective secured. But then you have your other army with the Orc detachment, which gives you, the re-roll and all that other fun stuff. Or, other formation to give you unlimited wogs. All these fun things.
Tide, all that kind of good stuff.
But yeah, just that extra 100, I mean, I guess 150 to 200 points depending on what independent character you're bringing. But anyways, and then all of a sudden you have these 3 Gretchen squads that nobody really wants to shoot because you keep them behind. And then you just rush on with all your orcs, and if they're shooting Gretchen, the boys are killing you. But if you're not, if you're not shooting the Gretchen just run up and control objectives.
Yeah, they're camping objectives, so you have to shoot.
Well, yeah, they're small. They can run around terrain and hide from terrain way better than normal orcs.
And with the great terrain we have here, you get people that just play. You get the felt boards, but you get stuff like this, like the trench warfare, the board which we have video of. Gretchen objectives and that, holy crap! I have to go get you. I have to I go into the trench to get your Gretchen, and so.
But you have a full force of orcs running at you at the same time.
At the same time, so you I mean, it was fantastic, and the same thing for you. So now we played Chaos. Anybody knows at least from our channel, I know I was bringing Chaos, and I brought and we had a fun list. It wasn't.
Oh yeah.
When you see it play, I should have brought something else, but it was still way fun. And I'm not saying I want to watch, maybe it's a teaser. But 105 cultists, zombies, is kind of 6th edition. They're there, but now I camp them on an objective. Feel no pain. It's 35 of them in a squad. It's kind of a pain to get those guys off of an objective. And now, and I didn't do this, but you can have formations with Chaos with the cultists. I can put, you know...
Really?
Yeah, I can put Hellbrutes behind them. And it gives the Hellbrutes a 3+ cover save.
You get a 3+ cover save this high behind zombies?
Behind zombies and cultists. So then when you hit me, I get my feel no pain. And if I fail the cover save, just a cultist dies.
Wow.
It's like he's just got cultists all over me. He's like, oh.
That's insanely amazing.
And I thought about it because I had the Hellbrutes.
I mean, you just need like a better gun on them.
And put a gun on them. Oh, you could do normal cultists if you want. You could do normal cultists.
Right. But I mean on the Hellbrute to make it like, you know, a priority.
Shooty. And then if all of the cultists die, because you can just do a group of 5 of them. You don't have to do 35.
Oh, cool.
All of them die. I can't exactly remember what it does to the Hellbrute. If the Hellbrute dies, it gives them like Zealot, which is like hatred.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it does some good stuff to them. And so cultists are back. I love running my cultists. A lot of people are like, nah, cultists. Meh. But plus, when you see the shenanigans, with the,
it's all about the swarm, baby. All about the horde.
Oh yeah, and what is it? The old school arcades where they go sting, sting. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you'll see it. I hate you.
It was good, and no, it's just 40K 6th edition was so rough for orcs.
Well, obviously, because you left us, and you went to Miranda, and you went to Owen, and you went to War Machine, which is still fine. We're still loyal. We're still loyal, and now you're back. So hopefully, I've got him back. I mean, because you talked about it. You read. I watched your Codex review. You had some good ideas, everything, and then we came out with one. And you and I were talking on the internet about it a little bit. I don't know if you watched it or not. You can say you didn't.
I watched about half of it.
And then, I thought you would have played, and you haven't. So I was like, okay, I got to be the guy to bring you back. So I'm excited. Hopefully that we at least piqued your interest back in.
No, I mean it's still 40K. Not that much has changed. I mean there's the little things that whatever, but I find I'm very good at adapting to new rules and new, and then it just you see it and you're like, okay, this is how this is gonna. I gotta make this thing work. Like the whole combined arms detachment, orc detachment, all the detachments. Everyone's like, oh, that's so confusing in your list building. I'm like, no, my friend, they give you so many more options. It makes it so much more fun to build lists.
You know, you could make lists and give them out to people, and that would be like Dan's.
Who knows if they work?
Well, the one you just did was pretty awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I just.
Just don't give anything away.
There was that one unit that shouldn't have with the thing. But then they did, and it was okay. But then the other guy came in, and then there was the other thing, and so, you know.
Yeah, you'll know when
it was fun.
We're giggling because that's such an inside joke right now, and it was such a good bat rep. I mean, towards the end, we had like what, 10 or 15 people around us.
It was good.
It was getting ugly.
I learned how to score lots of points with objectives.
You did, and the cards helped you out. But I did good. I scored points, and I'm not saying I lost, or maybe we should just say who won and who lost.
Doesn't matter. You can go check out my channel.
Please, go check out his channel, and we'll share it.
There'll be a link down below if he remembers to put a link.
I'll put a link down to your channel.
I often don't remember when I say I. So, that's what I'm just saying.
Maybe you should do like a link
Codex
above.
Dan.
A link above.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm doing this, we're new to this YouTube stuff, and I always forget that it's reversed. That was awesome.
I dripped in my beard.
You just downed that like in seconds. I do remember the video like you said, should I do it in one setting?
I still haven't done it. Well, I still haven't done the chug. I can chug one of these.
Not on camera? You were close.
I haven't done it on camera yet.
The only thing would be better would be your bomber right here.
Man, I missed that bomber. I'm sad because it wasn't completely finished. If you look at like all the narrative battle reports that Miniwargaming is doing right now, and they use it as often as they can. Obviously, every orc campaign has to have that bomb in it because it's so awesome.
It's just an awesome bomber.
But I mean, it was such a fun thing to build. It was just kind of like that. I got it in the mail, and it was like this big thing. I'm like, look how big this is! And just start building it, and then like the inside, I like the fuselage, or like not fuselage, but like just like the like actual carrier plate. Like maybe it is the fuselage. I don't know.
Yeah, same thing. I remember planes. You're right.
Right. So like I like had it apart, and like you spray paint it, glue the guys on, and then paint it, and then glue it together, and then put it on top, and then like tape it all up, and then paint the rest of it. So then you have all this detail inside as well, which you really don't get to see in the videos.
I do. I remember the old Dan sitting there, painting the bomber, talking. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about, but but yeah, you inspired like young and newbie people like us.
Well, that's good.
So.
I just try to have fun. That's all I do.
Every time this is our second year. You coming back next year?
Oh yeah.
and I'll come back. And so we have to have the epic, orky, silly.
I'll try to make it. My list was just
fun.
Almost as silly
it was
as
fun.
the 6 stack of jets. Maybe more silly.
Yeah, but see, the 6 stack of jets, I remembered, just like the eggnog, that you'd mentioned it. And I says, I know that you wanted to do the 6 stack of jets. I says, and you can do it.
So maybe with a 40K resurgence on my channel, there will be more things that I won't have models for, but I'll crave the play, and so maybe that'll come up.
Because I'm just saying we're loyal and we watch, and so you're gonna throw some weird idea out there this year. I'm gonna remind you in Valhalla, and you're gonna do it, and I'll be the experimenting once again.
I wonder what it'd be like if you just took a bunch of detachments, like just minimum, because you can always bring more boys, and you just bring boys and boys, or Gretchen and Gretchen, right? They're super cheap, and you just brought weird boys. You just brought mass and mass and mass amounts of weird boys.
Or the shock attack gun. Doesn't that thing roll on a table, right?
Oh yeah, Shock attack gun's always solid. Always solid. It's a good model.
How much weirdness could you bring in orcs?
Orcs, plenty.
Because I played Rich, and he did the whole. I learned about the slap thing.
The slap thing.
Yeah, so you roll in the. When you take a fear test, you roll in the chart. They basically slap each other around to get each other to not run.
Oh yeah, that's straight out of fantasy. Fantasy's been doing that for a while in their real set. So basically, if you have a black orc, which is like a big, huge orc with them, then if they fail their animosity test, then they can randomly charge something or do nothing and fight with themselves or whatever. And so at the beginning of the turn, you have to roll for animosity to see if your guys even do anything, or they charge unwillingly into the enemy, and you're like, I can't control you. But if you have a black orc, they beat them in check. And so if you fail your animosity, the black orc hits them d6 times, and a bunch of people die, but then you're in check.
Yep, that's what happened with Rich. And the way Rich explains it, because then he shows himself like beating himself, and it's hilarious. So
so the boss poll before was, I failed my leadership, I'll re-roll, and deal 1 wound to the unit, and then you get to re-roll it. So it's great. But now, the mob rule is, it's better and worse.
It's funny.
Because it's random. One is you just always run away, unless you're in combat, you always stay.
And then you're good.
But other ones are, if you have a character, d6 wounds, beat your guys to death, they get back in check and they go back. But the best part is that you can beat yourself to death.
So it's kind of like an Orky Commissar.
Kind of. Orcs are great.
I've heard so many wogs up in Valhalla.
Yeah.
So many wogs.
Like every other minute, there's somebody
screaming wogs.
Yeah.
It's great. It's good. It's good for you to come and get back into the. It was a good experience.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like Tau everywhere.
So I'm glad you guys got your because it was just like you guys were just like barely starting your channel last Valhalla, right?
No, we didn't even have the channel. In fact, Valhalla and my daughter inspired us to do it.
Okay, because you were like,
you're next, Orky. Come here.
I'll be in here.
Get in here.
Come on, jump on her.
This is.
Oh, all right. Orky sandwich.
Orky sandwich. Anyway, you were saying.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So you were filming stuff.
Wait.
But you weren't like so.
It was just for me, and most of it was for my daughter because it was. My daughter has a huge crush on Dan, and
I mean who doesn't? Who doesn't? Right?
Right.
Who doesn't?
And he was awfully nice enough to call her at home and walk for her.
You want to touch it, Rich?
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, I love hair squigs.
You know what? I had a whole hair squig farm, and I wiped it out. It was just like a slaughter.
I heard you talking about boss polls.
Oh yeah.
Who's explaining the slappy slap thing?
They're so great.
Do the explaining the slappy slap. Because he just did it, but just do the slappy slap thing.
So the orcs, when they break, and they break a lot, they just roll on a d6 on a 1.
Yep.
If they're in combat, they're fine. On a 2 through 3, the boss slaps some guys around, and they don't break. On a 4+, if there's 10 or more, they slap each other around, and they're all fine.
But you did the slappy. You didn't do the slappy thing.
It's like Larry Moe and Curly. They're like bonk, dink.
So now you have models that are like this.
But you know what? There's really some interesting tactics actually if you go in depth. So if you're in a combat that you really can't lose, and you only have a knob is all you have, you decline the challenge. Like if you're fighting something that he's just gonna kill your knob, you decline the challenge. So he can't fight. He kills some boys, and then you use your boss pole to make sure you stay in the combat. And then you keep fighting, and you lock them up for a long time. As long as you can keep rolling that 1, 2, or 3, and re-roll it with your boss pole, your knob doesn't even have to fight until the end. I mean, so yeah, there's some really good strategies for you orc players that can.
We were just saying that was Dan's first. The game he played with me is his first 7th edition.
Oh.
And we got him. Hopefully, we got him hooked again.
Yeah. You got
Somewhat.
to. What do you mean hooked? He's like the orc master.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Brief
it's like
hiatus.
Gork and Mort. I've got.
No, wait.
Other way around.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa,
Or
whoa,
maybe it's
whoa,
Gork
whoa.
and Mork.
Whoa. Gork and Mork. They live forever.
We're brutal and cunning, and cunning and brutal.
Oh, I've played against both of you. And I'm gonna go home and cry because of both of them.
You
Hey,
should
you
cry.
drew with me.
You should cry. You know why you should cry?
No, don't tell them
You play
that.
Chaos.
Oh, shh.
Why are you playing Chaos?
You want to know the honest reason why I play in Chaos?
Dark Vengeance.
Dark Vengeance. Yep. Next time will be Dark Eldar.
Look at the Black Reach.
Maybe I should just conform.
Models.
Oh yeah,
They're
totally.
cheap.
So
What's
cheap.
that?
Salt on Black Reach models.
Maybe I should just conform and beat orcs.
You should. No, I like the idea of Dark Eldar.
I do.
Dark Eldar not played enough.
Yep, that's one of the reasons why I wanted.
agree.
It literally was. I
Cool to
walked
see
into
more
my
players.
gaming store and everybody had Dark Vengeance, everybody had orcs, everybody had this, and I'm like, well, where's the Dark Eldar people? Nobody plays. Well, that's the army that I want to play. So, and now we're saying this now because the new Codex is out, but I got Dark Vengeance for Christmas, like we talked about that, and then so I played Dark Angels last year, Chaos this year, and now I'm open. And maybe orcs. I don't know. There's a lot of orcs. Again, we were just saying in Rich, there is a ton of orc players here, and all I've heard all day long is wogs.
Isn't that great?
That's great.
That was so good.
And some people get annoyed and you just love that.
So here's the thing. One of them will wog, and then these guys and everybody else will join in.
It's like a chorus.
It's so...
And there's different tones of the wog, and it's great. It's beautiful.
So instead of the
really
psychic choirs, we have the
Hold on.
orky
Just a little bit clapped here. Go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
And orcs have been winning a lot. They've had a pretty good win rate.
In the campaign, I'm 2-0.
Well, there you go.
I drew with you. I've only lost once. I drew with you,
which was epic
which was that.
on my part.
And
Did you hear about that?
I'm not.
We'll talk later off that. I mean,
Okay.
they don't know about that, because that's what they see on the background. But
sorry.
no, yeah, he spoils it. Watch it, because
It's
halfway.
epic.
You should just edit it. And it'd be like this, like, it was like duck will just pop over it. And we're all apologizing, and everyone's like, what are they apologizing for?
No, this is good because we'll put
The miracle of editing.
That's what we'll do. No, I got an idea because we'll post this because if you're watching the bat rep about turn 3, it looks really hopeless for me.
Yes.
And so people are like, he lost. Click. Don't turn it off.
Awesome finish.
Watch how I pull it off.
Awesome finish.
And
Comeback's wonderful.
Yes.
you get to see Rich wog and then realize he can't wog and I make him suck it back in.
I sucked the wog back in.
I remember that! I was across the room!
He screams wog and he's like, wait, I can't. Like, yeah, I killed your war boss. And he's like, yeah, you gotta suck it back in, buddy. And he did. It was fantastic.
That's the other thing. You gotta be a lot more careful with your war boss.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't just throw him forward to kill a massive vehicle and then let him die.
Anyway, we won't get too much details into
No,
that.
don't get in detail.
So,
I gotta go let this eggnog settle.
Okay.
but I was gonna do.
I
was gonna do an interview with Rich, but this is good.
Rich, go away. Go away.
I'm going.
Get out. Get out.
I'm going.
My interview.
Yeah, it's his interview. So, and the other Orky player is topless.
Who's topless? He's trying to draw us out into the dark.
Should we have him come on? Say hi?
Okay, well, I don't know.
Before he gets into the hot tub?
I don't ruin it by saying hot tub. People were thinking he was a creepy man. Now it sounds all normal. You've a lot. Well, I'm aroused.
You don't want to know. Come here, just real quick.
How wet are you?
How wet are you? Why did you run back outside?
Pretty wet.
Just stick your head in. We got
so much
one
to
more
jump
famous.
on me.
So we're doing an orc interview. One more famous orc. Just stick your.
Oh, you suck.
Oh!
You wet, Dad? Oh, you bastard. Oh, wow.
Get off!
I love you, you bastard.
Son of a-
You have Mike orc juice all over you.
Orc juice? No, this interview's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Thanks,
James.
James.
I love you, man.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh.
All right.
Bye, guys.